The first functionality I would like to demonstrate for you is the LOLI find CAS query. Now the LOLI database is organized by CAS number, and as such you get the best results when you have a specific CAS number that you're searching on. But of course often you don't have that information immediately available. That's why we provide the LOLI find CAS query tool. Of course, if you absolutely positively need to know the CAS number for a given situation, say for a legal situation, we would strongly advise you contact the Chemical Abstract Service. But for most ordinary day-to-day situations, the LOLI find CAS query is adequate. There are three ways to launch the query. First, you can find it under the Search tab across the top of the application. You can find it as a link here on the welcome screen, or most commonly you use the LOLI find CAS icon on the top of the screen. So let's select that. Now when you open the LOLI find CAS query, you have a couple of options for how you want to structure your search. You can choose a criteria. These include exact match, begins with, ends with, or contains. You can search by a number of different keys, including the full name, a variety of identifiers and numbers, the elements in the formula, or the whole formula itself. You can also select which language you wish to use when you're conducting the search. Finally, you can select the number of terms. Up to 4 terms can be used, and these terms can be related by search logic. So you can find a term by other words in common or words that aren't present in the chemical name phrases. This is particularly useful, say, when you have a complicated organic chemical with multiple functional groups. This will allow you to perhaps pick the most exotic of those functional groups and narrow down your search results. For the purposes of this demonstration, however, I'm going to use a fairly common chemical. We're going to an exact match, searching by the full name. So we conduct a search, and here we get our search results. Now, the first thing you'll see a lot of is the red. And the reason for that is over the years, the Chemical Abstract Service has decided to assign and then later discontinue CAS numbers. In order to be as accurate to the source as possible, we have captured this information when we encounter it in a regulatory source. However, to make the application as useful as possible, we point you back to the active CAS number. And you'll see here, all of these point back to active CAS number 131413-2. Now, when you select this CAS number, we'll bring up some additional information. Now you'll see there's some additional information that comes in across the bottom. The first thing you'll see is formula. This is the chemical formula for the substance in question. The second thing you'll see are all of these chemical names. These are the chemical synonyms, or alternate chemical names, as they have been published on the LOLI database list sources. These may be different ways of describing the same chemical. For example, here you'll see pigment white 4 versus zinc oxide. Or they may be non-English chemical names. For example, here you'd see the name for zinc oxide in German. All of this information is captured from the source, and it is available for use within your database subscription. The third thing that you'll see is across the bottom. We recognize that the inventory search is probably the most common search that people conduct against the LOLI database. As such, we've made those results very quick and easy to obtain simply by doing a find CAS search. The results are listed across the bottom of the screen, and they are displayed. A check mark means that it's on the inventory, and a red X with a circle means it is not on the inventory. You, of course, would have to understand what the consequence of those signs mean, but this is a quick and easy way of obtaining that information. Throughout the application, you'll find many right-click options. These right-click options allow you to take a CAS number and, for example, send it to other parts of the application, for example, a LOLI query or a change report. Allow you to sort the information in different ways. Allow you to show the links that are associated with the CAS number. And throughout the application, we have tools for exporting, printing, and copying the information so it can be used in other ways. For the purposes of this demonstration, The next step will be to send the CAS to a LOLI query.